All right, what's up, everybody? Tuned in to the Rival Fantasy Sports Podcast. Actually, right now we're doing a live stream. This is a draft on Rival Fantasy. I appreciate you guys for joining me. We are running this. This is a fast draft right here. We're doing 30 seconds a pick. We are going to fly through this draft. This is a fun one. This is a fun one. A lot of people in here. What's up, everybody? Everybody in the draft. We got Mike. He picked first. He picked Jalen Allen. Birds up picked Josh Allen. Fadeaway picked Patrick Mahomes. Let's go ahead and look over here so you guys can see the settings here. This is a super flex, as you can see. So the quarterbacks are going early. Every single pick has been a quarterback. This is surprising, not surprising. It just really depends on who you are, but someone's gonna have to not go quarterback here, right? Like, is it gonna be Justin? Is Justin gonna, break the curse? Actually, Justin is not here, I don't think. So Justin's gonna get auto picked for. This is so fast. This is hilarious. 30 seconds a pick. All right, Adam's on the clock. Adam's got 30 seconds. This is great. This pace for a draft is honestly it's hilarious. Lamar Jackson, good pick. All the top quarterbacks are flying here. Barrel's up. Barrel is on the clock. He goes wide receiver. So Justin and Jamar are both drafted. All right, let's see where everybody else goes. What should I do? Should I go quarterback? Should I go quarterback? Should I not? Should I be different than everybody? Joe Burrow just got drafted. I mean, there's a couple of quarterbacks left who I'd be willing to take here. Christian McCaffrey. You know what I'm going to do? Let's get crazy. Let's get really crazy and go back to back quarterbacks. Ready for this? Ooh, I like it. So this is, like I said, as you can see down here, we got a super flex spot in the lineup. So I am covered at quarterback and at super flex. I have my two quarterbacks. I'm good. I'm happy. Adrian's up right now. We'll see what Adrian does here. He's already got himself Christian McCaffrey. Again, this is a two quarterback draft. Well, not a two quarterback, but it's super flex where you can start two quarterbacks. So you don't have to. You don't have to go that route, but it is the route that many are choosing, obviously, at this moment. We have, let's see, Tua just went. Okay, so Adrian actually went back-to-back quarterback. Barrel went back-to-back wide receivers. So listen, this is how it works, right? Like, either you're going to go quarterback early, and if you're not, you're going to take advantage of all the talent that is being passed up, which usually is gone at this point in a draft, but it's not because there's quarterbacks going, right? So we'll see what Justin does here. Again, if he doesn't pick here, I think he's going to go on auto draft. So hopefully he shows up. I sent him a message. He is aware, but he probably hasn't seen it. Adam went Lamar and Diggs. Justin low-key is now on auto draft, but he has Justin Jefferson and Travis Kelce, so you can't knock that, honestly. Really, could just can't go wrong there, honestly, with a start like that, really, because you'll still get quarterbacks if he shows up. Let's see what else we got. Ripley, Justin Fields, and whoo, man, I like that. Bold move with Anthony. Okay, fadeaway 3, got Patrick Mahomes, Bijan. Birds up going Josh Allen and CeeDee Lamb. Okay, look at Mike. Mike said, I'm going to go with well-rounded team here. He's got quarterback, wide receiver, running back, and he's getting Saquon the third. That's what I'm saying. There's different ways to build this team. It's going to be interesting to see how this league plays out. I did like the fact that we went 30-second timer. This way, it doesn't give people a lot of time to game plan, right, to strategize. Like, you just kind of, you feel the pressure as soon as your pick is up. You don't have time to look around. So you got to stay on your toes in this style of draft, which is fun. I like this. Let's see what fadeaway does here. Let's see where fadeaway goes at this pick. Another running back. All right, I respect the move. I respect it. Trying different things. Okay, back-to-back wide receivers. When it comes back to me here, what are we going to do? What are we going to do when this comes back? We got some running backs. We got some wide receivers. The wide receivers still continue to go. We have plenty of flex space because we're looking at 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, and then 3, technically 4 flexes. 3 of them are more of a traditional and, wide receiver, running back, tight end. The other one is a super flex. So we have plenty of, ways to go here. We don't have to commit ourselves to a certain position at this point. Everything is on the board. And so we're just going to get, the best players available at this point. Again, we have our quarterback, so we feel good there. I have my own biases. I have guys that I want just because of my own homerism, guys that I like. I don't want to get greedy and go quarterback anymore because I just feel like, I don't like to do that kind of stuff. But I probably will go Josh Jacobs here. Should we go running back, running back? I want to try a different thing. We'll go a little balance. We'll get Jalen Waddle. We'll go with the Waddle. So we got Jacobs and Waddle. So now we got 2 quarterbacks, a running back, and a wide receiver. Again, everything to fill in still. Running back, we can fill those flexes in however we feel like it. Let's see what Adrian does here. Right now, he's got 2 running backs and a wide receiver. So still no quarterback for Adrian. Adrian is playing this bold. He does not want any quarterbacks. Right now, he's like, give me all the skill position guys. And he's sticking to it. He got another wide receiver. Jason has 2 quarterbacks, running back, wide receiver. So similar to how I'm building. Beryl right now is at 2 wide receivers and a tight end. Let's see what he does for his next pick. Should be interesting to see. Let's do this here. He went running back, running back, running back. Everyone's going running back now. Running backs are flying off the board. So I'm kind of glad I got Jacobs. I was going to push it. I could have went 2 running backs there just to not risk it all, but it is what it is. It is what it is, man. So we got, let's just kind of catch up here. We got Jamar, Derrick Henry, Ramondre, Kenneth, Calvin Ridley just went, Jacksonville wide receiver. It's going to be fun to see how he does this year. High expectations. I kind of wonder, are we putting too much expectations on Calvin Ridley? We all know how good he is. We all know how skilled he was before, the whole situation played out where he got suspended. I'm really high on him. I think everyone else is really high on him, and it's for a good reason. I don't think there's really much, a bust situation going on that's going to happen there or could happen there. All right, Joe Mixon, Hawkinson. So now we got 3 tight ends off the board: Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews, and TJ Hawkinson. Curious what you guys, are thinking here in terms of, what I should do when I come back around to my pick. Let's see what we do. Aaron Rodgers. Oh, no, I thought it was Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Jones goes. Let me see who's going to be around here. I have 1 wide receiver, 1 running back. I'm not going tight end. It's too early for me. I'm just not going to do it. That's a position that in this draft, I'm going to let myself get whatever is kind of left down there a little later in the draft. I won't rush that. Wide receiver, still tons of value here. Still tons of value. Wide receiver. Running back, there's still some pretty good players. I like specific. I'm trying to get specific guys. I always have specific players in mind when I go into these drafts. Obviously, the guys that, I'm really targeting and I'm trying to get in most of my drafts. So I see these names here, and I will be willing to reach. I will be willing to reach on this 30-second timer. I don't have time to, fight the thoughts in my mind. I'm just going to go with what, my gut says. So we'll see how that, we'll see what comes to me here. All right, man. This is starting to fly. All right. ETN, Keenan Allen, Alexander, Najee, Debo, Dak, another quarterback off the board. David Pierce to Jason. Adrian is on the clock. He still has no quarterback. Is he the only one without a quarterback? Okay, now he gets a quarterback. Deshaun Watson. I see what you did there. I like that. I like it. I still feel like I like the wide receiver value too much. There's a drop-off coming here. I feel like that, at least in the way I'm looking at it. So I'm going to go ahead and go wide receiver back-to-back probably. Yeah, let's do that. And Amari, do I want Amari or DeAndre? Or do I want Terry? You know what? I don't have... Nah, let's go to Amari. I've been drafting a lot of Amari. Like in all these redraft leagues I've been doing the last few days, I've been going... And this is the thing, like I've been avoiding Amari for the most part, in the past, right? Like, I don't know if it's I'm a Raider fan and I had this bitter, feeling towards him, or if it's kind of the inconsistency or, going to the Browns. and the whole, seeing how things start to, grow there. But I feel better about him this year than I have in, recent past. So I've been taking him a lot. I just like the value where he's fallen at. So yeah, so now I'm pretty good here at wide receiver right now, right? Like we got Herbert, Waddle, Metcalf, Cooper. We got 2 quarterbacks. I definitely have to keep an eye on running backs, but again, we got these 2 flex spots, so we don't have to lock ourselves into any position still. So we're still in a good place. After me, Darren Waller went to Adrian, Brees Hall went to Jason, Barrel got Geno, so he's got his 2 quarterbacks now. Adam drafted Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, another guy who could kind of really exceed, the expectation of, where people are kind of expecting him to go. Let me see here. Okay. All right, then we got Jonathan Taylor off the board. Again, Justin is still on auto draft. So here's the thing, Justin's on auto draft. He's getting all these skill position players. If he doesn't return in time, he's going to end up with a bad quarterback. That's just what the system's going to do. That's the way the system has been working for auto drafts. It hasn't fared out well for quarterback situations on the rival system here yet for quarterbacks. Ripley has Drake London. Let's see. So she has 2 quarterbacks. Fadeaway is still at 1 quarterback. He drafted DJ Moore. Bird Up is also with 1 quarterback still. Let's see if these 2 take quarterbacks here or not, as the quarterbacks continue to go off the board, as expected. Again, as expected. Let's see if these 2 take quarterbacks. Because are there any? I mean, Daniel Jones is still there. Goff is still there. Wilson. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so let's see if Fadeaway does the same thing. You gotta love Daniel Jones there. Oh no, he goes J.K. Dobbins. Okay, all right. Oh, Ripley goes Hopkins. And McLaurin goes to freaking auto draft Justin. All right, that's fine. Let's see what Adam does here. Adam's got 2 quarterbacks, so I don't see him reaching for another quarterback right now. Anyone with 2 quarterbacks is likely to stay away from him for the time being here. Barrel takes Javonte. All right, Jason's on the clock. Yeah, I seen wide receiver coming for that one. Adrian's well balanced. So Adrian, might go for another quarterback now, or he may just continue on his mission of, just rolling with Deshaun here. And then I'm coming up, so I got to kind of keep an eye on what I'm doing next. Not in love with the running back situation necessarily. Christian Watson, not too much here either. Tight end, still too early for me. He took Russell Wilson, so he did get his 2nd quarterback. I could try to stick somebody, take a Daniel Jones, who I feel like is, much better than the rest of the group here. So this may be a position where I try to prevent somebody from getting him, but everyone kind of has their 2 guys already. I do like Alvin Kamara late. Let's go Christian Watson. Another flex spot. Let's get another running back. We could go Kamara when he comes back from a suspension. I do like Swift. I think I'm going to go Kamara and kind of roll the dice for him later in the season. All right, so let's see. I think everybody at this point has 2 quarterbacks except Fadeaway, right? So everyone kind of has 2 quarterbacks. So people might, I don't know, actually Justin has no quarterbacks. Justin, man, doing the auto draft, not a good move, my man. Not a good move. It does not play out well for you here. It doesn't play out well. But it's okay, because if he was here, he would have took, Anthony Richardson from Ripley. So he's a Colts fan. We wouldn't want that to happen. All right. Mike Williams is off the board to Adrian. He's got 3 wide receivers. Okay, I gotcha. All right, 4 running backs for Jason. Barrel takes Tyler with Lockett with the quickness. That's his 3rd wide receiver. He hasn't taken a wide receiver since the first 2 rounds. So I'm liking the build there, though. All right, what else do we got? Adam takes Christian Kirk. Justin gets auto-drafted for Jerry Jeudy. Ripley takes David Montgomery. All right. Daniel Jones, he finally got it. Are you watching this stream, man? Are you watching this? That's such a good value pick right there in the 8th round. Patrick Mahomes and Daniel Jones, right, as his 2 quarterbacks, which I love. And then you have, Bijan and Nick Chubb. You have 2 workhorse running backs. You have, you know, great wide receivers, you know, proven the test of time. You know, there's not much to be mad at here. J.K. Dobbins, if he stays healthy, you know, if things work out as we'd hope they do, that's a great pick as well. So, well, you know, Daniel Jones fell into his lap. And see, that's kind of a reason where I could have drafted Daniel Jones to prevent something like that, right? Like if we're thinking about the competition, I could have prevented Fade Away from getting him, but it's okay. It's okay. Dallas Goedert goes to Bird Up. Mike goes Jahan Dotson, Jordan Addison. Damn it, Mike. You know, I love those players. Those are two of my wide receivers I love grabbing around this time. I love grabbing in this round, in these rounds, these later rounds. Jahan Dotson for me is a top 25 wide receiver. And next year, he's going to be getting drafted much earlier. Everyone's going to realize how great he is. Addison on situation, I love it. All right, we got White, Connor, two running backs I don't really draft often. We got Brandon Ayuk, Dalvin Cook by the auto draft. I can't wait until Justin sees this team. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to hear what he says. All right, Adam with the tight ends. He's got George Kittle and Kyle Pitts within the last 3 rounds. 2 tight ends in the last 3 rounds. He's seeing the value there. At this point, he's feeling like he can't pass up on the value that's, you know, falling at tight end. Barrel. Nah, I'm taking that as a personal attack. You know you did not need Khalil Herbert. You could have took anybody. You could have took anybody. All my guys are getting sniped. Jahan Dotson, Khalil Herbert. I shouldn't have went live. Damn it. All right. I have another flex spot. I do need a tight end also at some point. At this point right here, like this is another couple guys I like here, right? So DeAndre Swift, Antonio Gibson. I might just go both of them back to back here. I'm really high on them. I'm also high on Gabe Davis. If you guys are watching during the stream, during this draft, you're going to steal my guys. Evan Ingram is still there. All right. I want a tight end. Oh, shit. I took 2 tight ends. That's my bad. It's all good. It's all good. You guys will just steal everybody I said now because I accidentally took 2 tight ends. But it's okay. It's okay. I got nervous. The music was going. It scared me. Terrible. What kind of messages I got to go over here? Hold on. Sorry, guys. All right. Let's see. Now I'm going to start a tight end run here, apparently. Let's see who else goes at tight end now that I drafted back-to-back tight ends. David got drafted by Adrian. Let's see if I've dragged everybody into the tight end waters. Let's see if I damn it. Some people are a little too smart for my hoping that would work, right? But let's see if some of my guys. Oh, there goes DeAndre Swift. Let's go ahead and drop some players in my queue here because I'm gonna keep an eye on Antonio Gibson. Kind of like Jamal Williams a little bit at this point. I love Jerick McKinnon. So those are some running backs I want to keep my eye on. Anyone else out here that I don't want to forget about? No, I think that's pretty good. Quarterbacks, do I want a third one? They're still pretty good. I'll have to put them on a queue. Wow, Mike Evans. Mike Evans is still here in the 10th round. Okay, now I'm convinced you're watching me. Now I'm convinced you're watching the stream. Nah, he was the top one up here, but that's still kind of surprising. I like Gabe Davis. We're going to put him in the queue. Who else we want to put in this queue? Just so we just, you know, so don't slip our mind with this 30-second timer going. How many more rounds we got? Okay, 6 more picks. 6 more picks. I've filled up my entire starting lineup if we count Pat, which I'm probably not going to start him since he was an accidental pick in theory, and I don't really want to start 2 tight ends necessarily. So likely will not start him. So someone here might be a starter for me if Pat's not. We'll see. All right, let's catch up with some picks here. So Mike Evans got drafted. Marquise Brown. And Mike, what's going on here, Mike? You're now taking Jahan Dotson, Jordan Addison, Antonio Gibson. You're snatching up my guys, man. You're snatching up my guys. Will any of these guys be left? Will any of my players be in my queue? I have 3 right now. Let's see if they make it across the board. Some of them are not very popular or not, you know, liked as much as I like them. So maybe they will last to the other side of it. Let's see. Bird Up. Treylon Burks. Okay. You need another wide receiver. Went back to back. I respect it. AJ Dillon. definitely went quarterback. Justin, okay. Okay, Adam. I'm starting to take it personal. DeAndre Swift and Gabe Davis is a little too coincidental back to back as I sit here and talk about them. But let's see if Williams or McKinnon can make it back. There might be players I like more than those two. Let's see. Michael Thomas. I think Michael Thomas is sneaky good. If he can stay healthy, there's a lot of upside there. With Derek Carr there now at quarterback, he's kind of, I think Michael Thomas was kind of waiting for them to get a legitimate quarterback, get healthy, feel the vibes more. So I do think that he's, like at this point right here in the draft, Zay Flowers, Michael Thomas, I'm definitely picking them up before like someone like Odell. Like I'm not this high on Odell like a lot of people may be because that's where, you know, he's up on the charts here. Michael Thomas gets drafted. Adrian, come on, man. I don't want a quarterback at this point. So do we go both of them? Do we go both? Or do I go Zay? No, I think I'm going to go both. Let's go Williams, McKinnon. Let's get the two running backs that I like. Those are fun flex. You know, fine. Those are fun flex players. Tongue twister. All right, we got 4 more picks left. Again, our entire starting lineup is filled. We're doing no kickers, no defense, so we don't have to worry about those. So we just have 4 more players to pick for our bench. And I'm going to grab another quarterback just for the hell of it. Let's see what quarterbacks are left that I actually like. No, we're not going with Derek Carr as a bitter Raider fan. We're not going. I do like Jordan Love. I do like Howell. I'm not going to pick CJ Stroud, even though I like him because this guy Brian that I know likes him. So I can't like him. Jimmy Garoppolo. All right, those are the 3 quarterbacks. If I have a choice here that I like, we'll see if they fall to me in the 13th round, at the end of the 13th round. We'll see. We'll see. Again, everyone already has 2. Some have 3. And so, you know, there's a chance that I'm safe here, that those 3 will come back to me, at least one of them. We'll see how that plays out, though. Running back, I feel like I'm pretty good at, you know, running back. Actually, I'm not that great. I didn't realize, I have Kamara and Williams now. That's kind of not good. I mean, they play different roles, but it's not the greatest situation. If I have to gamble on another running back late, do I want to go the Tank route? Tank's a, you know, decent option here at this, you know, late at some point here, he'll be decent. Do we go like these backups, like these rookies, like Tajay Spears, Noah Miller? We already have 2 Saints. Or do we go for like a Rashad Penny and hope he stays healthy, especially after Adam took, you know, DeAndre Swift for me? Do I hope that Rashad Penny outshines him? I don't hope that. I have a lot of DeAndre Swift as well, so I don't actually hope that that plays out that way. Some of these picks, let's see. Let's catch up. Oh, we got a lot to catch up on. Zay Flowers, Jerick McKinnon. That was me, right? Okay, so Jerick, Zay. We got Cole Kmet to Jason, Kenny Pickett to Beryl. Adam took Kadarius Toney. I don't take him as a Toney guy. Samaje Perine. Okay, this thing is flying. Odell Beckham to Ripley. Okay, so both Baltimore wide receivers drafted this round. Quentin Johnson, Elijah Moore. Elijah Moore is a sneaky play as well. Tyler Higbee goes. Sky Moore goes. Okay, Raheem, Dalton, Jacoby. Hey, I see you. I see you picking a Raider. Actually, you picked him because he's a former Patriot, but that's okay. There goes Rashad Penny to the Justin auto pick. Jalen. This is also sneaky. You guys see the stuff about Najee Harris potentially losing his role to Jalen? I don't believe that. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. A lot of running backs going here. A lot of running backs. Another running back, Damian Harris. Okay, so everyone's saying we're supposed to be picking running backs right now, right? That's what you guys want to do. You want to draft running backs? I'm up. Everyone's drafted running backs. Do I want to take a running back? Nah, I already took. Well, I kind of do, but I'm not going to. Do I want to go my backup? I'm going to go my backup quarterback because I think he's going to shock the world. But besides him, who else do I want to take? Let me get him first. Jordan Love, come on down. You haters, you Jordan Love haters, come on down. And you know what? I think I want to go with my boy Nico right now. Let's go with Nico Collins. An underrated play. I don't want any more quarterbacks in this draft, so I'm going to knock these 2 off my queue. I have 2 more spots left And with those two spots, I'm thinking with these last few spots, I'm going to go sleeper running backs, guys who, if due to injury, can really pop, get a lot of workload, guys who are sleepers, guys who are just, down here for a reason, right? Like they haven't been drafted here for a reason. Since everyone kind of drafted running backs around before, I'm hoping that some of the sleepers that I'm looking at, don't get hit here, picked up here. So I'm gonna put Bigsby on the old queue. Let's put Spears over there. Again, I'm thinking if guys get hurt, if teams are kind of leaning off of the running backs who have been putting a lot of mileage on them, like Derrick Henry, can these guys get a lot of workload? I'm not picking up Zamir. We're not going to put that on Josh Jacobs. I don't believe in Zeke Elliott doing anything. Same with him. Devin Singletary, I think, is sneaky because Pierce, I'm not fully bought in on Pierce. I know a lot of people really love Pierce. They loved him last season. They love him a lot this season. But I just feel like with, the new coaches there, they signed Singletary for a reason. He wasn't there when they got there. They signed him. So I feel like the rookie quarterback, he needs a running back that he feels can protect him, that he feels confident in when he's back there. And I think Singletary's not as bad as people want to kind of, put on him. So I'm not totally bought in on Pierce. I just don't think he's, that special. And so I do believe that Singletary and him can 50-50 this role. So there's going to be potential, for some points there for Singletary. Again, what if Pierce gets hurt? Singletary really gets all the workload. So I'm kind of in on that. I just seen Tank get picked. Kenneth Gainwell get picked. Mike went back-to-back running backs. Who does he have before this? He has a decent running backs. He's just rolling the dice like me kind of at the end here on running backs. We'll see. Actually, quarterbacks, Sam Howell, Kyler Murray, they both went. See, this is funny because Justin auto-drafted, he's likely going to get a quarterback just the last round. So it's going to be fun to see who he's stuck with at quarterback. And actually, it doesn't look that bad. Like, I'm not mad at rolling out a Jimmy Garoppolo, a Matthew Stafford, a Brock Purdy. Like, there's worse things in the world. So depending on if they don't get picked or not, because they still could get picked, Justin may end up with not a terrible option at quarterback here in the draft, but then also on waivers, he may be able to hit up some of these guys. Even Ryan Tannehill, Baker. I'm not crazy about Mac Jones, but hey, if you're in a situation like this where your team just got auto-picked, worse things could happen, right? Worse situations could, be your problem. So we'll see how many of these quarterbacks actually last to the end, because technically Ritter is a starter, Baker is a starter, Tannehill is a starter, Mac's a starter, Garoppolo, CJ Stroud, and Stafford. So there are starting quarterbacks here left. They're not the best. They're not what you really want in a super flex. But I'm not going to lie. I have super flex teams, dynasty teams at that I have quarterbacks like Derek Carr and Ryan Tannehill. Like, that's the situation, right? So he could be not too far off from that if he just gets one of these starters here and then one of them happens to be in waivers. He can actually pull both. I'm not going to like draft them or anything. I just don't need them at this point since I already have 3 quarterbacks and 3 that I actually am a really big fan of. So I'll likely just go with my 2 guys here in the queue. Actually, you know what? I talked up Singletary, but we're just going to try to hit home runs here. So let's go with 2 rookies. Piss some people off. I know they were on some of your lists. So if I could ruin some people's days, I'm here for it. For those who haven't seen, here is my finished team: Justin Herbert, Josh Jacobs, Alvin Kamara, Jalen Waddle, DK Metcalf, Evan Ingram, Amari Cooper, Christian Watson, Pat Freiermuth, Trevor Lawrence in the super flex spot. Now, I know Kamara is not going to start. He's suspended, so we're going to have to put Jamal Williams up there. So that was not necessarily intentional, but it works out. We also have Jerick McKinnon, Jordan Love as our 3rd quarterback, who I think Jordan Love has crazy high upside. So I think I'm goated at quarterback. Nico Collins, Roscoe Johnson, and Tajay Spears for me just to wrap up my draft there. Like, I think it's a solid squad. Let me know where you think I didn't do so well, where I need help at to wrap this draft up. Tyler Boyd, Rasheed Rice, Marvin Mims, Ezekiel Elliott, Adam. What are you doing? Whatever. Matthew Stafford. See, Justin gets Matthew Stafford. Like, it could be worse. It's not horrible. I would have picked Jimmy Garoppolo if I had the choice. I would even pick Ryan Tannehill over him. Oh, there goes Jimmy. So he has no chance at Jimmy. And he has 4 quarterbacks. Okay, I see you fade away. I see you. Let's see what these last 2 do if they get a quarterback or not. Again, guys, this draft was done on Rival Fantasy Sports. You can sign up right now and play. Actually, if you use the link in the description here, you'll get up to $200 deposit match plus $25 free voucher. If you're not interested in playing the games where like challenges and bingo where money is involved, you could just do drafts and just, you know, do a season long league. It's totally free. There's no charge, or, you know, however you want to do it. We actually have a contest right now where the teams that are drafted, the leagues that are drafted up until kickoff or around that area, like tomorrow still, can actually be put in a giveaway, a contest we're doing, where there's a prize pools from $250, $500, and $1,000. So 100 leagues are going to get those prize pools. No charge to them, just part of the giveaway here at Rival Fantasy. So highly recommend you guys go on there, try it out. Again, this is Rival Fantasy. It is our first season of season long. Go check it out. But it's not just season long. We also have challenges, which are head-to-head matchups, which I highly recommend you check out, as well as bingo, which, listen, you're going to find it nowhere else. You're not going to find it nowhere else. Get on there, try it out. All of those things are live right now, right this second. Get on Rival Fantasy. You can also download the app. A lot of people ask, is there an app? Is there an app? There is an app. If you go to your app store, whatever app store it is, and you go to Rival, just search Rival Fantasy Sports, and you'll find the app there. Download it. Either way, desktop, app, they both work fantastic. But, you know, I'm more of an app guy, but I get those who like the desktop. It makes sense. Guys, I appreciate you for joining me today. Catch us on the next episode, the next live draft. When you go live, turn your notifications, hit subscribe. This way you know when we go live. This is the Rival Fantasy Sports Podcast. I'm out.